What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I got the opportunity to showcase one of the most cleanest and baddest trucks I think I've ever shown on my YouTube channel. Now this is my buddy's truck. He just picked it up, lifted it up, did everything to it, and it is so clean in every way. It is so big it can't even fit in the garage here behind me. Now when he got it and brought it over, I posted some pictures on my Instagram just because how big this truck is. But full disclosure, it's not my truck. Everyone thought it was mine when I posted. It's not, it's my buddy's. But we're gonna go over it right now and just how clean this truck is and why it's so awesome in every way. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now this is the truck right here. It's a 2020 Denali, fully lifted up on 40-inch tires. This truck is massive. Just for scale reference, I'm 6 foot and I'm like, just this is the mirror. This truck is just crazy how big it is. It has an FTS, I believe, 12-inch lift cranked all the way down. So basically I think it's a 15-inch lift, but it's cranked down to 12 if I'm not mistaken. But this truck is totally massive. I said full throttle suspension lift. Everything is done about this in every way. So I'm gonna start it up right now, get a little cold start of it because it's cold out. I'm not sure if it's actually gonna start because it hasn't been immobilizer learned yet, but let's give it a try. We'll see. It starts. But this truck is just crazy. It's on 2614s on Nitto 40, 15, 50, 26 tires. Now, Nitto tires are awesome. For these being mud tires and you drive it, you can't even tell that they're mud tires. They're that quiet. And we're going over everything with the interior. It has the exact sub box that I want. Leather to match the interior, the same stitching and everything. I love these ladder style track bars they have on here. I want to get a set for my truck, but I'm not sure if my truck's high enough to go with the ladder style. I think just the normal ones would look sick on there. But also has the amp steps. Now he's got little kids, so he's got the XL ones that come down a little bit further. These really help getting up in here because it's a hike to get up into this thing. But without further ado, let's take it on a little ride and we'll go over everything about the interior that I love about it and just how this truck's so awesome. Some things that I love about the interior are the sub box. This is the exact sub box I want to get. It says Denali on it. It has the leather, that's the same leather as the interior, same stitching and everything about it, matched to the actual leather seats, which is super, super nice. And I wish I could show some audio on this without getting copyrighted, but this thing hits so nice. You can control everything through the little knob right in here for the amp, how much bass you want, how much sound you want, and also too it has full interior ambient lighting along with the rock lights. So it has rock lights, these turn on. They're Oracle, so you can control everything through your phone, make it whatever color you want. There's so many different options. That's what's nice about the color changing. And too, I want to go over the drivability of how nice this truck is because currently they came out with some new tunes, and these 2020 trucks now, they run phenomenal. Like they ran pretty good before, but right now they run perfect, like no issues. They shift 100% immaculate. All right, so without waiting any longer, let's actually go on and drive in this thing. Now this thing, I want to get some people's reactions around my town. I live in a really small town, and just driving this around a little bit, people stare. Like this truck is literally a head turner. Camera's gonna do no justice of how big this truck actually is. I want to park it next to some cars because I have to go get it washed and just show you like how towering this truck is, how it hovers over everything. You literally feel like you're on top of the world in this thing. You actually have to be careful because cars sit so low in front of you. Sometimes you can't see them if you're at a stoplight. So you have to be very, very careful you don't actually run into somebody because this truck is massive. It's on 40s. To put that in perspective, I'm 6 foot and the tire's halfway up my body. This truck's just huge. That's a Toyota Tacoma in front of me, and it looks like a Hot Wheels car. Like I literally see right over the roof and everything. You sit on top of the world in this thing and it's awesome. See like this box truck, I'm just up there with it. It's craziness. And I don't know if you can hear that or not in the video on how nice it shifts now. Like it literally, the feeling on every shift is so perfect. The tuner came out with a revision and the throttle response now is right at the top. Before, the pedal used to be a little bit dead on the 20s. The 17 through 19s, it was like right at the top. But they fixed that, so like a lot of just like little stuff for drivability they fixed. So this truck, like I said, drives super nice. You can't even tell now it really doesn't have trans tuning other than the fact that it defuels on the shift still. That's the only thing that it still does is defuel. But other than that, you can't even tell really now it doesn't have trans tuning. And this is what I'm exactly talking about cars in front of you. I don't know if you can see that, but you can barely tell they're in front of you. Good thing the 2020s, I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. But they have the thing to tell you if there's someone in front of you, which really helps out, especially when you're driving a truck this big. But as you can see, everyone stares. They're just getting all in. But I want to go to my local supermarket and just get some reactions of people staring at this thing, because they literally just stare. I just love how well these turbo brakes work on the 20s. They work phenomenal. Yeah, those are the exact reactions you get everywhere you go. Everyone just stares. She can't get enough of it. Actually out and about right now, and I saw someone I talked to about their L5P that lives local to me, and he's on a 6-inch lift. So I just want to park it next to it and just show you how big this truck actually towers over everything else. But he's got a bunch of stuff done this. I'm pretty sure these are 35s. Yep, these are 35s. So look how small 35s look to these. They literally shrink on the 40s. It's craziness. I always just try to put it in perspective how big it is. Like, this is me standing next to it. I'm at the GMC. Now the goal was to try to wash this. I just gotta make sure it fits in the bay, because this thing is just massive. So I just want to double check that. And yeah, we'll get her cleaned up. Close fit, but I think we got it. We're gonna get it all washed up, get it super clean, take a nice ride home with it, go over some more stuff about it. But I'm not sure where you guys are at, especially by me. Nobody has anything like this at all. It just turns so many heads. I just can't get that out of my head how crazy it is. Like, I'm probably saying that a lot, but this truck has definitely changed my perspective about lifted trucks. I never used to be a fan of them, but when you go with this big, it's just absolutely insane. Got it all rinsed off. One thing I forgot about my truck that is ceramic coated, that how easy it is to keep up with the maintenance being ceramic. This thing, the stuff likes to stick to it just because it's not done yet. It's coming, he's gonna get it done. One thing that I learned too, I want to talk about really quick, was I got my truck ceramic with no miles on it. And the one thing that you pay for a lot with the ceramic coat is the paint correction. Now, when you get your truck done at super low miles, there's no imperfections in the paint, there's no scratches or nothing. And then you're paying to get it corrected. He's gonna wait it out a little bit, which is smart. Get it a little scratched up, and then you take it in, get everything ceramic, get it perfect with some miles on it. That's probably what I'm gonna do with my next truck. And also too, before I forget, if you ever come to the car wash, whatever you do, please don't use this. Just hose it off. Get most of the stuff off it. If you want, bring a wash mitt, some soap, hose it off, just so you don't get swirls, because GM Onyx Black gets super scratched and super swirled very, very easy, and you just want to keep up with it without getting all scratched up, and you want to have a nice vehicle. So just don't use that brush no matter what you do. I want to try to get some exhaust notes too, especially because it's enclosed in here. I'm by myself, so I have no one to hold the camera. I'm just going to set up here on the ground and just get some shots of it. Parked right over here for a minute because I just want to get some people's reactions. That's what you get a lot of. Just can't stop looking. It's so funny. Now this is a sub box I'm talking about. I just want to turn it on a little bit just so you guys can hear how nice this box actually is. That's probably as much as I can put in without getting copyrighted. But like I said before, the whole thing's leather. The match the actual interior, same stitching and everything. It says Denali in there. I'm sure there's a way to light this up so you can actually see the Denali illuminate. This is the exact box I want to get for my truck, so I have to talk to him to see where he got that from. But sitting up in here, you can see the roof of my truck. And everyone knows these 2020s are not small trucks by any means. I just have to throw this in for reference at the end of the video. My truck versus this, how much higher this is. Like, I just want to try to put it in perspective the best I can, because I know the camera isn't going to pick it up at all. But I just wanted to throw that in here at the end. But if you guys didn't like what you saw in this video, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel out. But until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.